I'm Athena Barry of CrystalReikiHealer.com, and today I was going to go over how to make an abundance candle. And I wanted to show you some other fun, quick, easy ways to bring in that abundance and that prosperity into your home, into your life, into your bank account. So thank you for watching. Let's get to it. Now, of course, in previous videos, I talked about how to use crystals, and as you can see here, I'm using all of my wealth crystals. So these are really fun if you want to just incorporate them. You can stick, if you have just a single one, you can put it in your pocket. If you have jewelry like I do, go ahead and wear that. Make sure you cleanse it either with some, you can use sage, Palo Santo, stick it in the freezer overnight, or of course under the full moonlight. But that's just another kind of quick way that you can bring in that abundance into your world. So as far as an intention candle goes, you'll want to be using a green candle. Green is also wonderful for health and for healing, and it's particularly great for money magic. So when you get your candle, you'll want to have also a dish, or if you have a little candle holder, you can use that too. I like to use a dish because with these spell candles especially, which you can find on Amazon or eBay or in your local crystal shop, they usually have them too. You'll want to have a tray that you can have the wax melt down into, and that kind of creates like an environment for prosperity. And versus a candle holder, a lot of these actually melt over, so just something to keep in mind. I like to use this little dish. It says, "You're so incredibly awesome," because I want to bring in that awesome energy. So to begin, get your green candle. If you only have a white candle, that's really okay. Don't sweat the small stuff. I always say don't sweat it. It's okay. Go ahead and use just the other elements that I have in the video, and you can use it too. Remember, it's all about intention. It's just that color kind of brings in its own magic and its own manifesting energy. So for this one, I'm going to use a green candle. You want to go ahead and first thing is write your name on it, okay? Because you are claiming that energy. So you can use a safety pin, you can use a pen. I'm actually using a clear quartz amplifier just because I want to amplify that energy, right? So after you write your name, write some words of what that money is that you're trying to bring in. Is it just money in general? Is it wealth? Is it a new job? Any of those things that you have in mind that you want to use for your intention candle, go ahead and write that into the wax. So let's see, I'm going to put my own in here. How about book bestseller? I think that sounds like a good manifesting for this intention candle. And then of course I will write in wealth, because that is what we're working with today, and success, because with success comes your wealth. I don't particularly need a new job, but if you do, go ahead and write new job onto your candle. After you have done that, you can do this one of two ways. You can either get, like if you have olive oil or canola oil, grapeseed oil is meant to be really good. You want to anoint the candle. That means simply just rub it into the candle. In my case, I am going to use, some cinnamon essential oil, because cinnamon also has that energy of abundance and prosperity. So this is a really good one for bringing in that wealth into your home. And cinnamon is a hot oil. It's called a hot oil. So you want to just be careful with it on your skin. For people who have sensitivity, you can use, the ground cinnamon instead, which I'm gonna add as well, because why not? More the better. Let me open that here, and you really don't need too much. So don't, go crazy using an entire shaker here. I'm gonna pour some on there, just a little bit, right? And go ahead and rub that all into your candle. And napkin, get that off my fingers. And it just so happens that for this video, when I was looking for matches or a lighter, I came across a green lighter. So I thought, how appropriate. So you go ahead and light your candle. And as you're lighting your candle, just remember to keep those thoughts of abundance, of money, of prosperity. And not so much I want it, so much as it's mine. Like, claim it. This is your money and it is coming to you, and it's coming to you fast. So that's kind of a nice way to set those intentions here. Yes, and that book and that bestseller. Yes, okay. And then go ahead and just give it a few drops of wax onto your tray or your dish or whatever you're using. And this is just, so that the candle will stick to it here. If I can get enough wax to melt on. There we go. And then I'm gonna place my candle so it sticks upright. And when you use the melted wax, that'll help you do that. You don't have to worry about it falling over. I'm ready to wash your hands, right? Another thing that's really nice to add in, which I always do when I'm working with an abundance candle, but again, if you don't have it, don't sweat it, is I like to really use the yellow petals. So I went on a walk today with my daughter, and she found these little, I told her, just look out for yellow petals so that I can make this video for you. And she was such a love. She got a whole bunch, as you can see here. And so I'm gonna go ahead, it's up to you if you wanna do just the petals or if you wanna do the whole flower. For this one, I have some short ones, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add the entire thing, and I'll have a picture of this at the end so that you can see it. And just go ahead and add those to your dish. She also came across a daffodil, which was so fun. And daffodils, I'll have another post up about how magical daffodils are, but I think you'll like it too. So go ahead and just, you can add that to your dish or next to your dish, however you like. And then after you have done, and you have, let's see, you can't see it here. After you have created that, you can see with my flower petals around it. If you would like to also sprinkle some cinnamon in and around the dish, you're welcome to do that. But really the intention is set when you write your name and you write your wishes into the wax. That is how you begin setting an intention for your intention candle. So this one is going to be for abundance. After you've lit it, after you've set up your little design here, just take a moment, to show gratitude. Thank you for, to the universe, to God, to the angels, for bringing in this abundance. Thank you for bringing in this prosperity to my life. And thank you for doing it quickly. Now this is a pretty fast burning candle. So I'll leave this, I'm gonna set it aside and let it burn down. When you're using one like this, you don't wanna blow it out. You wanna just let it go all the way down. Let all of that magic work through. If you're using a larger candle, which I have done that too, and that's more of a steady income, a steady amount of prosperity coming into your world. And with this one, so let's say you're getting close to when bills are due during the month, it's really nice to light that one maybe a week before, and just to make sure that steady flow of money and wealth is still coming to you. Now you want to be very specific about wealth, because wealth can mean many things. Wealth can be a wealth of love, it can be a wealth of emotion, it can be a wealth of pain, it can be a wealth of all kinds of different things. So just make sure when you're setting your intention for wealth that you specify what that is. When you're manifesting, anytime you're manifesting, you want to make sure that you're very specific about what you want. Because a lot of the times, especially when I was just starting my manifesting journey, I would wish for something, but I wasn't specific, and I would get it, but it was like, no, that's not what I meant. Well, the universe doesn't know that. All the universe hears is what you are saying. So make sure that you are sending out those thoughts very specifically of what you want. And then when you're doing this, you want to really feel it. Like, imagine how happy you are going to feel when that money comes to you. Just think about not all the things you're going to do with it, never mind the plans after. Think about just in that moment, like when that big check comes, or that, you won that lottery, or a friend finally paid you back after 5 years, or whatever it is, however it comes to you, never mind that. What's important is that you are holding it, you have it, it's it's in your account, and how you feel, that sense of relief, that sense of happiness when you do have it. So moving on, I wanted to show you guys one more thing that I use with cinnamon as well, and I keep this at my front door. I'll use hematite. My magnetized hematite is on my front door right now. So with hematite, which is that really pretty, kind of like a gunmetal color stone, wonderful for grounding, but wonderful for bringing in that abundance because it keeps everything grounded, safe, centered, and money, after all, is something of the physical plane. So it is very much rooted in our earth plane, our physical life, right? So hematite is great for that physical manifesting work. It's also great for protection, so kind of protects that money, protects what you want to bring in. What I use in the front of my house is a magnetized hematite, which many of them are now. If you go into a crystal shop or you order online, many of them are magnetized now. So you'll do the same thing with the oil and the powdered cinnamon, the ground cinnamon. You will just remember it is a hot oil, so gloves might be better if you have skin sensitivity. But what I did is I rubbed that oil all over this magnetized hematite and then sprinkled it, and I was pretty generous with sprinkling it, I'm not gonna lie. And then I took that piece, and my door out front is made of metal. So most people have wood or some other material, but you'll have something, if you don't have a metal door or you don't have magnetized, don't stress it. It's kind of like one of those, additional extra energies that are really nice. So take that hematite and place it outside your front door. If you want to put it by the base, you don't have a magnet or you don't have metal, that's totally fine. Stick it down by the door, the entry, somewhere, it's not going to be disturbed or kicked or moved around. If you have magnetized, go ahead and put it up higher. I have mine up at the top of the door frame. So it just kind of pulls in, draws in that energy of wealth, of prosperity, and money. Another one of my favorite ways to bring wealth into the home is to do a Feng Shui bowl. So I'm going to use this really pretty one that I got in Bermuda, which, it's all handmade, it's beautiful. You don't have to go that fancy, but you are bringing in wealth. So think about maybe going to the dollar store and getting a little bowl that's pretty or decorative, or somewhere nicer if you like. I'm just thinking you don't need to break the bank to have a wealth corner. You want that money to come to you, not to spend it out, right? So with this one, you're gonna wanna place the bowl in the left rear corner of your home. This is your wealth center. The kitchen is also a wealth center where you have your stove. The stove is, but I find that crystals easily get disturbed there just because there's so much activity. So in Feng Shui, that left rear corner is where you want to go ahead and put your crystal bowl. So in there, you'll want to get a piece of selenite, and I really like this selenite tower just because it sits in the middle and then all the other stones go around. You'll want to have Green Aventurine. Green Aventurine is wonderful for prosperity, for health, for wealth, and it's great for the heart chakra. So go ahead and place that in your bowl. Another one is Tiger's Eye. Again, this strength, this wealth, bring that energy in. You want that strength, right, to drive in the energy of wealth to your home. Citrine, which I'm also wearing here. Citrine is a gorgeous stone for bringing in abundance. So again, and this is solar plexus, against that strength and bringing in that wealth to your home. And pyrite, even though this is known as fool's gold, pyrite is really wonderful also for prosperity. So go ahead and add that to your bowl. And I like to use clear quartz as an amplifier. Clear quartz works as an amplifier for everything. I use this in my crystal grids, I use this in my spell work, I use this in my Feng Shui corner. So go ahead, that just amplifies the energy. And the selenite keeps them clean, right? So selenite is wonderful for cleansing crystals too, in case you didn't know. It's a great little tip. And so keeping that there keeps my crystal energy clean. There's no dissonant energy, no negative energy creeping in. This is your wealth corner. You want this to stay fresh and clean and energized. And that clear quartz will also help energize your little bowl. And then you'll just take that and you'll set it again in that left rear corner of your home and allow the wealth, allow the abundance to come in. I think you're really going to enjoy it. These are some really fun, easy tips. Doesn't cost a lot. And then they make for really pretty little spell work. So here is the candle. Before I finish the video, you can see, bring it up there with the flower petals. It's got the cinnamon all rubbed in there. Remember to put your name, your intention, and as always, when you finish, give a moment of gratitude. All right, thank you to the universe, thank you to the angels, whatever you believe in, make sure you take a moment to give thanks. And thanks to yourself for creating the time and the energy to spend doing your work and making an active step and taking an active role in bringing wealth into your home. And just one more quick tip that maybe some of you have. If you have a home or you have a garden outside of your home by the front entrance, you can take a raw egg and bury that raw egg into the soil just outside the entrance of your home. This fertile and abundant energy will help draw in that prosperity into your home. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit subscribe and that little notification bell, and I will see you for the next one. Thank you so much. Blessings.